Hey everybody, what's up? Very young about that. So, what am I doing today? Well, I'm making the pizza. Some people were requesting it, and you want to know something? I decided I might as well do that today because I have nothing else to do besides streaming video games, and I have company coming over, and my cat is trying to bug the crap out of me. Go away. Shoot. Out. Nope. Sorry about that. So yeah, let's get started. So for the dough, I'm using a recipe from Bobby Flays. Personally, I think that's one of the best ones that I found for the pizza, but I'm just going to modify it a little bit because I don't have a lot of the stuff that he wants. So I'm going to start off with 3.5 cups of flour. Where did I put my flour? Way over here. Actually, you know what? I can do 4. Let's just do 4. I'm a big guy. I can eat that much. Now, the handy little trick that a lot of people don't realize, I hope that you do, but just in case, if you have flour, put bay leaves in there. Make sure that they're fresh. Put it that way, bugs don't really want to get in there. Just saying. Now I'm putting this on the bowl because the laptop's right there and I don't need to get food and crap all over it. Make sure that your hands are clean too. Whoa. Oops. Oh, look at some of the flour on the floor. 2 more will do. Now, I should be using a knife to like make it all nice and even on top of per scoop, just, you know, because that way I have an exact amount, but whatever. I forgot to grab one. I'm going to be stepping in this flour in a second. That's fine. Flour never hurt me. I just have to clean again, that's all. Okay, so 4 cups of flour. Now the type of flour that I'm using, see there's that, just for giggles, is fresh flour. Now, I found it best to always put a dome in the middle of the flour. That way nothing goes astray. Now the recipe calls for kosher salt. I'm not using kosher, so I'm only going to be using 1/4 of a teaspoon of table salt. Probably shouldn't be using that much, but that's all I'm going to use because, like I said, no kosher. Now this is just for the dough. So sugar. I need a full tablespoon, or teaspoon, not tablespoon, a teaspoon of sugar. And unfortunately, I don't have a full teaspoon. I got 1/2 teaspoon now. These things were great. If you remember, if you're from the United States, I don't know if you had locations wherever you may be at in the world, but Washington Mutual, if you're a member or just going in just to see what it was like, you know, if it was going to be a good bank for you to go with or whatever, they used to give away for free like kitchen utensils, magnets and stuff. They were all plastic, but you know, they did the job. I know I don't have any music, I'm sorry. Just me. That's all you're gonna get. And then I bet you can hear that, my cat. Now I'm not using instant yeast or quick rising stuff. Uh-oh. I think the yeast is dead. No, it's alive. It's just not sticking to the spoon. I need about 2. About. It says about, it's like 1.5 packets. Or not 1.5 packets, 1 full pack, and that's like about anywhere from a full tablespoon and a half. So I'm just using 2. A little bit of olive oil. If it looks like as if it's bad because of the cloud right there, it's not. It's because I've had it in the fridge just to keep it where I'm at. The temperature, it gets hot here. And you want 2. And if you can hear my kitty cat in the background, she's not too happy about what I'm doing. She doesn't like it when I'm in here for long periods of time. But you know what? That's my cat. And guess what? That's fine. I'm going to have to wash all these anyways because they're all connected. Now I'm going to need this measuring spoon later. Don't want to get my computer all nasty. I wish that I had gloves. I hate getting my fingers wet and dirty, especially dirty. And I don't like dough for that one reason. I'm going to check the temperature again. Might be a little too warm, but you know what? It's fine. I'm putting it right in the middle, and then I'm just going to go around the bowl and just infuse the water into the flour and other mixture. Now I could use a spatula to do this, but you want some. I don't want. It doesn't matter to me, except for, you know, like I said, getting my fingers all nice and dry. I'm adding it slowly just in case. Hey, old dragon, how's it going? Just in case I add too much. If I need more water, I'll go and get it. And it looks like as if I'm probably going to need more. I'm good. I'm just sitting here making my pizza. I'm going to need more water. I'll just add the rest in there. Now, the dough recipe says for the water to be at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So, there we go. Whoops. I'm trying not to get it all over the place. Watch me get it on my laptop. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get more water. It's... How would you describe this? It's not necessarily doughy. So, I mean, it's getting there, but it's more just crumbly right now. Like bread crumbles. I'll be right back while I get some water. That felt like dough. Yeah. Like I said, I hate getting my hands dirty. If I liked it, I'd be, you know, I would say, hey, you know, I want to be a shop mechanic or something. I wish I had gloves. I don't have any gloves. But yeah, I need to get more water. Let me get more of the dough off. Now, in case you didn't know, if the water's too hot, it'll kill the yeast. There There we go, that's a little bit better. Now I'm trying to keep it in the dough until it's fully formed, and then I'll bring it out on the countertop. My poor laptops are going to get nice and dirty, but that's what happens when, you know, you try to do a cooking stream and you don't have a whole lot of room. Because I don't have a traditional kitchen like a lot of other people do. Mine's rather it's small. It's like a lane. I guess you could say. It's like going to a cafeteria or something, like line after line after line. And the food just gets passed down the line. People add stuff to it. It's like that. Yeah, I added the salt. I added the salt, the sugar, the vegetable oil. Don't use vegetable oil. Use olive oil. At least that's what the recipe called for. There we go. That's better. It needs a little bit more because I still got some flour at the bottom. So I need to add just a little bit more water. There we go. Now, when I knead, I don't use flour. I use vegetable oil. Again, no. I did that one time off stream when I used vegetable oil instead. It was the worst tasting pizza I've ever eaten. And it was just because the dough, it was just oily. I'm worried about my laptop, but that's going to be fine. I'm going to probably need just a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more. Still a little too stiff. I probably added a little too much right there. Just in case I did, I'm bringing it out now. And I'm just going to finish the rest on the countertop. Put the bowl in the sink. Sink's clean. I washed it last night. So if I need to get the rest of the water, no problem. The laptop's like right in front of me. Oh, you use margarine? I don't do a whole lot of baking. I gotta get this to cool down. It's a little too hot or warm. Next time I'll try some margarine. But what do you like for bread and stuff, or? Actually, maybe no. I'm gonna have to get that bowl out anyway, so I'm gonna have to put some oil in there. I'm trying to get all the lumps out. I can feel them. I don't really care right now. That's kind of sticky. I care about the lumps that formed when I was making the dough in the bowl. So I'm just trying to get all those lumps out. That's why I'm pressing really hard. I'm actually using all my weight. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. I should have just left the lid off. See? That's what I like. Yep. I'll be right back. I gotta go get a paper towel. I'm just going to put it on top. Now what this also will do is make it rise that much more faster. There we go. But it also gives the dough a more robust flavor. And it's also good for your hands. So if you got dry hands and you're kneading dough, it moisturizes them. Nice tip. For those of you that didn't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the consistency that I like. Now it's going to take about an hour for the dough to rise. About. Now an hour and 10 minutes. I usually go for like 3 or 4 hours just because I like to make, you know. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't need. Try not to show the label. So, Old Dragon, do you make biscuits or do you just make bread or what? With the margarine. I don't know if I asked you that. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh. My nose is starting to run. This is a workout for me. But it's because I'm not really gentle with the dough. I'm really rough with it. I think I can stop now with the kneading. I'm going to take that same paper towel that I had just a moment ago. I'm just going to wipe off all the excess that's in the bottom and at the sides. I don't mind that's going to get, you know, extra flour on it on the sides when I take it out. Don't need a whole lot of olive oil inside. You can use flour. I'm just a big fan of olive oil. I'm probably going to need a little bit more than that for the sides and going all the way to the top, because I didn't put that much in. Now, since I'm on my laptop, as much as I would love to try to stream a game on it, it's not a gaming laptop. It's definitely able to be used for graphic design and stuff, but pop that in there. Put a little bit more olive oil on top. And just rub it all the way around those. There we go. Now I just need to find something to... Not that drawer. And that's not big enough. Oh, that'll work. I was wondering what happened to that shirt. Okay. Now I'm just going to sit it in a warm place. just going to sit over on top of the stove. Okay, so now for me to chop up the vegetables that I'm going to be using, some of the cheese. Let me get rid of some of this stuff on my fingers real quick. I used to sell Cutco knives. Never made anything in it, unfortunately. Well, I take that back. I got my first promotion. I just never got my badge for it. They're not bad knives. They're not. Just expensive. Let me see. Let me go get my knife. I bought this knife, this Santoku, on Amazon for about 20, 30 bucks. I didn't want a normal stainless steel. I wanted something that was more, you know, carbon. More of a carbon steel. 60 plus or minus 2 HAC, whatever that means. I don't know anything about knives, so I can't tell you what the hardness of the blade is. I'm pretty sure it's harder than some of my other blades, though. Okay, so where do I want to start with? Real quick. Get out my bows. I already touched them. Okay, first off, I'm going to start with my tomatoes. Now, I'm using a traditional spaghetti or marinara sauce, spaghetti sauce, same thing. But the only difference is that I'm just going to be adding some tomato to it, some onion, just to make it that much more robust. You know what? I'm not doing it that way. That's dumb. But I'm lucky that I'm using this today. The stems are already starting to go. And I just bought these the other day. Now, if you want a more of a stronger tomato flavor, you're going to be wanting to use dark chocolate. It'll give it that much more of a strong flavor. I'm not doing that. I'm just using the tomatoes. The dough's coming off of my hand, that's why I'm like picking at it. Get rid of that. Sometimes I forget about the stickers being on vegetables and fruits. Not very often, but when I do, it's like, uh-oh. It ended up in my food. And that's never a good thing to bite into, because it just feels weird. It's a little squishy right there. I don't know if these are bad ones when I cut into them. Oh, they're good. They smell. I hate tomatoes. But I say that, but the reason what I'm doing is that I'm scooping out. What is it? The seeds. That's what I'm doing. That's all. I don't need the seeds. I need the meat. Is that what it's called? The meat? You know the tomato? So I'm just gonna grab a spoon and try to scoop it out. That's not working. Don't cut your knives like this. Or your fruits and your vegetables like that. There. Now just scrape the rest of it out. dokie. There we go on that side. Now I'm also going to be cutting up a sweet onion. Probably should use a red onion instead, but I really don't need that much flavor. Because I'm running out of space. It's not a big cutting board. It's only like about, it's not even 9.5 by 11. It's like a, I don't know, maybe 12 inch by 8 inch. Put those over there. Plus I'm trying not to touch my laptop. And I'm going to try to get these as small as possible because I don't, like I said, I don't like tomatoes. I'm just trying to get it a little bit more robust. Just a little bit more fresh, if you know what I mean. Get that out of there. I'll just stick that for there for now. So I clean off my cutting board. It is clean. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about getting off all the little leaves that I'm cutting off from the stems and stuff. And then cut that in half, or nearly, as close as you can. Put that stuff over there. I haven't eaten yet. My stomach's like, you're food, you're hungry. I'm like, nope, not yet. And cut. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the corner. No, this isn't for you, kitty. My cat's like, can I have some? No. No. I bet you can hear her a little bit. Like, she's going, meow. Like, gimme. No. I don't know if I'm going to use those other 2 tomatoes. Well, you know what? With as much as I'm making, I'll use them. Oh, probably. Yeah, I'll go one more. And then I'll give the last one to my friend. He loves tomatoes. Keep my eye on the timer. Or should I just go all 3? No one learned how to properly handle a knife. I'm surprised I haven't actually ended up in the hospital yet. That didn't go as planned. Oh well. Take that part out. My cat knows better than to jump on top of the countertops when I'm doing anything, so I'm not worried about her getting up here. Now, if I left her alone for maybe about 20 or 30 minutes, yeah, I would worry. But going back and forth like this, when she's down there, she knows better than to try anything with me. Whoops. This one's not ripe. That's okay. I'm not going to use the big knife. I'm just going to take the spoon, scrape it out. Please don't go on my laptop. I do not need to be cleaning up tomato juice off of my laptop. There we go. Now this one. There we go. That was better. Now none of my slices are uniform. This is unfortunate, but hey, whatever. I'm not a professional at this. I like doing this at home. I'm not planning on ever opening up my own restaurant or anything. Just because I don't want to have to feel like as if I'm being rushed. It already takes me a whole day to do the one pizza. And I do not need countertops are clean, trust me. I don't need the hustle and bustle, so to speak, of having to deal with people's orders saying, hey, guess what? I'm hungry, blah, blah, blah. I want my food. I can't tell that. I was thinking about when I first moved out to the area that I'm in, because it needs, trust me, we need restaurants and stuff out here. But, like, to me, it's not worth it. And I know this says cooking sim. Haha. There's not a category for just normal cooking. So that was the closest thing that I could select. Don't cook like that. Or cook. Cut. I'm just glad that this knife is as sharp as it is. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing that. Tomatoes are so hard to cut because of the skin. And I need to sharpen this knife. Yeah, I'm going to save the other tomato. I'm not going to use it. That's enough. Okay. I shall be right back in a second. Now I haven't started with the meat yet because you can wipe this off. I'll do that later. I'll end up cutting the cheese, haha, before doing the meat. And where did my onion go? Now. I'm not using the whole onion either. I probably, like I said earlier, I should have gotten a red onion because of flavor, but I decided not to. Cut the end off. I should be peeling this, but it also makes it easier to peel. I'm using a sweet onion. I don't mind crying. Trying to get the skin without getting too much of the onion off. Sometimes I have a hard time with that. There we go. My poor eyes. Now, when dealing with onions, I learned this when I was a kid. Don't know if you heard about this, but making sure that my chat. Okay, go. That you want to wear sunglasses when cutting onions. It actually does help. I just don't have any sunglasses. I did some stupid things when I was younger. Left a bunch of stuff somewhere that I shouldn't have left it, and that's all she wrote. Now I'm only using half of this onion. I'm going to cut that end off too. You know what? I don't need what I want to call the crown. I'm going to try to get as close to the middle as I possibly can. Lay it down. See if this one's from some other time. Actually, yeah, they're about the same. Doesn't matter. Okay. A quick and easy way to do this, to slice an onion, is to keep it, to do the same trick that I just did, which is cut both ends off, leave it up, slice, and then come in. I'm not very fast at this. Now you kind of want to hold it together. Whoops. And then that way you just get really small pieces like that. I don't know if you can see that. I can barely see off of my webcam. Something like that. It's not very big. And since it's an onion, it's layered. So, and I don't like, I know some people like really like crunchy foods. I don't. So, I try to keep them as small as possible. I'm also trying to keep my knife straight. I'll just place those in the bowl. Now as you're getting closer to the end, it's going to be harder to cut. Just going to do this. Skip with the knife and place it in. I guess I'm going to be going to be called sorting the onions. I don't need to cook them, not completely, because I'm going to be adding this to the pre-made spaghetti sauce that I got from the store. Because, you know, marinara. Trust me, I'm watching my fingers. Trying to, anyways. I keep thinking that's another one of my orders. I don't know for a fact it's not. That's why sometimes you see me pulling off one headphone, like, what the heck's going on? Like, is that a delivery for me or what? Now I am going to actually emulsify this. I'm tired of just doing those kind of cuts. A little bit more. And I really shouldn't be touching the blade, but whatever. This blade can actually rust. That's why I say that. That's like if you've ever owned a katana, like a really expensive one, not a stainless steel one. Your oil off of your fingers, or any part of your body for that matter, will rust the blade. Unless, of course, you know, you take care of it, and even then. Should use the back of the knife and not the front, but because if I cut myself when I'm using this stuff, oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, now for the garlic. Now, I love garlic. So, this little red bowl is not very big, but it's going to be having a lot of garlic. So, not like that. Let's get down to the cloves. Let's see. If I can get it, that is. There we go. One. I'm going to say that's two because they're small. Whoop. Trying not to get all this stuff all over the place. I should have done that over the sink instead of over here on the cutting board, huh? Probably would have been a good idea. I need a few more pieces anyways. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7's good. Yeah. I say that, but because I'm using 2 jars, why not? Let's go 8, 9. Yeah, let's go 9. I used half the bulb. Let me wipe the blade off real quick. Now I learned this. Oh, where did I learn this from? Was it the Chew? When it was still on? I learned this from the Chew or some other show on Food Network. To peel the garlic, take your knife, flat. Make sure you're using a cloth or something. And then crush it. Like I said, make sure that the knife is covered, otherwise you're going to get yourself cut. Have I ever cut myself with a knife? Yep, doing that once. Not badly. It was like a small little nick on the bottom of my palm. It didn't cut all the way through, but it was close. Where is it? Now, I love this thing. Garlic presses. After I do that, because all I do is just, remove the skin off of it. And then just makes it that much more easier. That way I don't have to chop it. And just repeat the process. Use as much garlic as you want. If you don't like garlic, don't add any more than that's already in your. Not like that. Being dumb. Although that would be funny. Hey, you got yourself on the live stream. Yeah, that would be funny. Painful as hell. But funny. And the reason why I'm going back and forth is because, hey, guess what? The garbage can's right over there. You know what? I say I need the exercise. And not only that, I don't really mind going back and forth. No, I'm just going to put that right there. I can already see the dough popping up over the top of the bowl. No, I don't have any gripping strength. That's what sucks about me. I don't know why. Never had. Even when I was bodybuilding in my early 20s, I didn't have any gripping strength. Like the most I ever been able to do a finger flexor. Maybe about, I say 40 or 50 pounds. Which now for me is a lot. I'm going to be laughing if I break this knife because it feels like as if it's a really flimsy knife. I mean, I'll be sad. Oh yeah, here's another tip. If you're like me and you're forgetting that you're, cutting peppers or... Because yes, I do that when I'm cooking. I do forget that I'm cutting peppers and crap. Whew. Now the smell's getting to me. And it's still not enough. Make sure not to touch your eyeballs. Because your eyes are not going to thank you for it. Believe it or not. Especially if you're handling hot peppers. And geez, do I love spicy food. But like I said, for some reason, even though I'll probably be messing with them for like about a minute or two, making sure that I get all the skin off. There. I just hate it when it happens. It sucks. I mean, it's funny as hell to me, at least. Because it's like, man, I know that I'm messing around with pepper. Why am I forgetting this? Because I'm weird. That's all I can say. It's because I'm weird. Yeah. When I get to the 3 smaller ones, that's so much more easier to use. Okay. Well. Oh, this one's a fun one. Okay. That one's sprouting. I don't care. To me, if they're sprouting, they're not bad. It just adds to the flavor. But that's me. If you don't like it when your garlic sprouts, like, it's barely sprouted. You can't see that. What am I doing? Should I turn this light on? Will that help? Not really. No, maybe a little bit. But it's barely green right at the tip right there, right where my finger's at. As long as it's not brown, like, you know, you can tell when it's like a blackish brown when it's mold. To me, it's still usable. Making sure that the knife is as flat as it can be. I'd rather not, when I'm doing that, have it roll. One time it rolled on me, and I almost cut myself in the stomach. And it was just because it wasn't a dull blade. It was because once when I hit down, the blade slipped because of the stupid garlic. It rolled, and it came out like that. I cut my shirt. Luckily enough, that's all it did. Was just cut my shirt, but still. Like, I don't need to repeat that again. That would not be a fun experience. Yeah, this one's rather small. Well, if I put it together with the other one. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. There's a bunch of garlic stuck at the bottom of this. There we go. Just gonna try to scrape off the bottom. It's not gonna matter in a minute. I'm gonna have to do that anyways. Let me see. Because these ones are smaller. I'm gonna try to do all of them once. I don't want to hit the cutting board with the handle of my blade. Wasn't able to get that one. There. Well, that one's crushed. Ouch. Part of the skin stuck to the blade. Okie dokie. Stick that piece in there. Cut that off. I don't like leaving the end. Oh, the dough should be almost done. Oh yeah, it's almost done. Yeah. Alright, that was a waste. Yeah, I'm not smashing these. Well, this one's smashed. There's like 5 pieces of garlic stuck together. Okay, I'm not going to peel that one. By the time I'm done crushing the garlic, I should have I should be able to start on the pizza. Now I like my sauce really thick, so I gotta also start on that as soon as I'm done with this. Just making sure there's no skin on there. I'm starting to run out of room on this little cutting board that I have. Is that? Oh, that's just garlic. I was making sure that wasn't skin. Okay. Ouch. Like I said, I have no. I can't squeeze. I don't have the strength for it. Okay, I just got 2 more pieces of garlic and that's it. And then I'm gonna start heating up the other stuff that I have sitting here. I'm debating about these 2 pieces. Not putting them in. I'm just like, are these gonna give me issues? Or just gonna be having clothes like they were? Yeah, I know I'm hitting really hard. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna have to clean my kitchen floor again because of all the flour. And that's not helping me need that, you know. Of course, I'm tracking it throughout the kitchen. Another reason why I can't be a professional chef. Because it's just like, yeah, I'll clean it later. Right now I'm busy. Do I dare? Nope, it's squishy. If there's one thing I learned about garlic, if it's squishy, don't use it. All other pieces are usually safer, just because, you know, they're wrapped in the skin. I say usually. Now I'm putting that in there. Now to get another knife. I'm going to start heating up the pan for the garlic, I'm depending on whether I'm going to put mushrooms on this pizza or not, or if I should just use that for tomorrow for what I'm going to eat. I'll leave the mushrooms off. The onions, the tomato, and the garlic. So I need to get another knife anyways for the cheese. As well as a cutting board. Okay, there we go. There's that. And pull that out. There's still quite a bit of garlic left in there. You can't see it because of the way the lighting is in the house. My bad. I mean, it's a kitchen. It's an old school kitchen. We have, geez. What do we have? We have those 1970 metal cabinets that were all the rage back then. And I don't want to drill into them. I really don't. Just trying to get everything on the knife as I possibly can and then come back and chop everything up. Make sure to curl your fingers. There we go. That's a lot of garlic. But like I said, I love garlic, so like you can see, kind of see that half the bowl's full of garlic. I need to put that away. I need to put that away. That's funny. Fine, I'll just rinse. Now, I gotta talk to a friend of mine, but if he's willing to help me do it tomorrow, what I'm going to do is cover my sink in epoxy. Ooh, okay, that smells like as if it's ready and hot enough. Grab my olive oil. A little bit. Okay, now I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna let the olive oil heat up just a little bit. Should I cut the cheese first or should I? No, I'm gonna do the meat. Meat's not gonna take me that long. I'm just gonna use a different knife. I used the Shantoku, now I'm using a traditional chef knife. Short one, it's like 7 inches long. And the meat's still a little frozen. That's no biggie. So I'm going to cook down the onions first. My right hand's clean. My left one's the one that has the chicken on it. I'm going to put this, let's just put this way over here. Hot. It's not extremely hot, but it's hot enough. I cannot see what you guys are saying for some sort of reason. Hold on. Looks like my recording wants to be difficult with me. Come on. There we go. Now I can see what you guys are saying. Sorry about that. Jeez. I'm just gonna cut the chicken. Now this is no, it's okay. But the chicken that I'm using is organic chicken. It doesn't matter. Chicken's chicken. They say that one's just naturally fed and the other one's farm fed. You know, they're fed. Doesn't matter. They fatten up to get in your stomach after eating, right? Nope. I was about to stick that into the onions. Bad move on my part if I did that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of salt on top of the chicken and a little bit of pepper if I can find the pepper. If I can't find pepper, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's funny. Okay. There, while it's cooking, they'll just kind of fall apart. Got to clean the countertops anyways. Oops. I need to sharpen this blade. My Santoku knife, that one's sharp. This one's dull. But Old Dragon, what do you mean that I need to mix it? Now I can see chat. Steam Labs. Yay. The dough or the ingredients that I'm putting together? If you're still here. Because the dough, that's fully mixed. Get off me. The dough. I'll check it again. Actually, you know what? I know what I'm going to do with the chicken. Now, there will be a brief intermission while I move everything over there to cook it. Nope, that's not going to cut it for me. Come on. What I usually do with chicken is cut into strips and then cut them again in half. Or into like little cubes. Okay, now that's done. This counting board needs to go into the sink. It's got more chicken guts on there, but that's okay. Like I said, the countertop is clean. Well, not anymore, but you know, was. I'll be right back. Let's get these knives out of here. I'm going to use a bread knife for this. This place to hold the cheese. Now, I'm using extremely sharp cheddar and really, really nice mozzarella. I don't need that much of this cheddar because this stuff is, it's extra sharp cheddar. So I only need a couple of slices and that's it. I don't need them very big. Put the tomato in here. I gotta find another bag for the cheese. Put that cheese over there. Now for my mozzarella. I'll place that on top of the onions. Don't do it that way. Oh, I forgot. This is in skim milk. Yep, hold on everybody. Thank you. Thanks, you tip. Yep. I just got a delivery. And let me see, is that hot now? Smells like it. But just because it smells like as if it's hot, it's not. First, anyways, I want to get my cheese done. I got to clean the kitchen. I did that yesterday after the stream. Oh yeah, that's gooey. That's gonna be nice and gooey. You know what? Instead of cutting the package with the frickin' knife, I'll just use my scissors. Because that's what scissors are for, right? Open up packages and crap. I'm gonna check the dough. It's already rising. Oh, my poor laptop. I just got stuff on it. Poo. Oh well. If I have to, I'll go get the other 2 blocks out of my fridge. I don't think I'm going to. Now the long process is about to begin. The prep work, yeah, that took me an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm probably going to be wanting to cut this in half, actually. I like my cheese extra thick, and I don't care that they're nice and even. I'm not about presentation at all. I'm only doing this for myself. And I hope that you guys are getting a kick out of it. Sorry if I make you cringe with the way I cut stuff. But at the same time, you know, I was like, hey, he hasn't cut himself yet. There we go. There's that. Now, I've already got my stove on. With me going back and forth, that's a dangerous thing. Because I got a little bit of oil in the pan, but it's not set to the highest temp, it's set to the lowest. So it's like, yeah, I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm just going to be a dum-dum. Okay, turn up the heat to, I'm going to say about, for me, 3.5. Pan's already hot enough. Grab myself a heat-resistant spatula. Just to wait for it to heat up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to. Now, I don't need to caramelize the onion. I just need it to cook for a brief moment or two, and that's it. Trying to figure out where everything's at. I won't be adding the garlic to this. Maybe I should use just add a little bit, because this is where the chicken and the sausage is going to go into. Just to give it that much more flavor. Now keep in mind, olive oil, it burns faster. I wouldn't necessarily say harder, but it definitely burns faster. Yeah, I'll add just a little bit of garlic. Not a whole lot. Oh, that smells so good. Now, I'm not one to like onions. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. But whenever I cook with them, I just love the smell. I don't care that it makes me cry. Because, you know, it's an onion. It's going to make you cry somehow, in some way, shape, or form. So far, I haven't had that issue. But onions don't really bother me. I mean, yellow onions will, but sweet onion and red onion, nah. I'm going to turn it down just for a brief moment, just where I can get something else started. Of course, food goes all over the place. I don't have any heat to this yet. I'm debating. I don't care that. Because this stuff's going to go straight into that pot. So I don't really care that this part gets mixed all that much. The handle over here. And I'll turn this one on now. That was bad. I hate gas stoves, everybody. I just do. Yeah, should I go for... I got one more can that I can use. And I'm just debating about whether or not I should. And then if my dough needs a little bit more kneading, I'll do that in a moment or two. And yeah, that's good. I don't want them browned. Now keep in mind, this is the way I'm doing it. You know what? That's a lot of onion. I'm going to mix this for a second, just to see how much. If it's too much onion for me, then yeah, I'll turn that one down. Yeah, that's too much. But now the rest of the garlic goes in there anyways. Add the rest of my garlic. Like I said, that's about, well, I haven't said it. That's 10 good cloves of garlic. Good sized ones. And now that this is starting to heat up, half of the tomatoes. And then I'm going to add the other can of sauce. Because that's just that many onions and that just doesn't look good to me. Hey kitty, what's up? You can't be that stressed. Whoops. It's trying to have a party without me. I'm trying to get as much sauce out of the can as possible. Now I'm going to leave this on high heat for just another minute or two, and then I'm going to turn it down. And because I'm weird, a little bit more olive oil. About that much will do. Because to me, the olive oil, when you add it to the marinara or the spaghetti sauce, it gives it a little bit more robust flavor. At least to me it does. I know it's going to just float to the top until you mix it all together. That's why you got to let it thicken up. Okay, now for the fun part. Turn this down. I'm going to let that get hot, or stay hot and just be simmering. Because I need that thick. I don't want it watery. I don't need the dough to be, too stretchy. Let's see. You know what? I did. Where's my sausage? I know I have it out. Ah. It's just normal breakfast sausage. Now for this, I do want cooking oil. Don't worry about that. If I need more, I need more. Well, I also want to get another bowl. Now add the rest of the tomatoes. Line the bowl with the paper towels. This is just for when, and I gotta use 6. Because I don't want a whole lot of grease. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could add a small piece of chocolate to this, but I'm not gonna. Now I'm gonna find one last thing. And I moved it over here, I think. I did. Somewhere. Right there. Okay. A little bit of anise. More than that. You want to cup your palm and just add enough that you want to add for the flavor. Like I just love I love being punched in the face by my food though. As for my other frying pan, turn up my heat to about 4.5. Take this spoon out, turn on that bug, grab the other bowl, and this one's going to be used for the meats. I'm going to put that bowl right there. more. Don't add too much. But don't add too little either. You don't want anything sticking to the pan. Now I'm just going to wait for that to coat. Well, that's doing its own thing right there. I gotta wait for that one to heat up. Now I'm adding a little more than a pound. I wish that they would, you know, I need to learn all my conversion rates. I think it's like a pound. I don't know. I don't know that conversion. But it's about a pound of sausage. And what other type of sausage is your favorite? Friends say that I'm crazy because I like putting chicken and sausage together on pizza, but you know, some people like doing that with pineapple. I do that every once in a while with pineapple. Some people say that, that's heathenism. Nah, that's not being a heathen. That's just being, you know, yourself or whatever. And I gotta wash my hands again. I was trying to make it for that I didn't have to, because I'm trying not to touch all the meat, but you know, it happens. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely hot enough. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with this. Just got adding it all at once. I wish that was ambidextrous. Now you want to try to cook the, not try it, but you want to cook the sausage to like a golden brown. I like to go a little bit darker than that, but I just lost some, well, not a whole lot, small piece. Since I already have to wash my hands anyways. Usually I'm so fast at this, not as in like in cooking it, but as in stirring, that food sometimes going all over the place, and I'm trying not to do that. But then again, usually I'm using my wok. Are you trying to be sneaky? My cat's trying to be sneaky. She's not used to me being down here cooking all the time. Like, you guys see me, I'm usually up there playing games. Yeah, they're all watching anime. Oh, that smells so good. You know, they really need to invent something called smell-o-vision. There's only one that they shouldn't make, and that's touch-o-vision. Just imagine that. That would be bad. Funny, but, well, not so much, right? But smell-o-vision, I can deal with smell-o-vision, unless I'm watching something like Dirty Jobs. Or, I don't know, like another show. Like one of those true crime things. That would not be ideal. I gag very easily. Oh, that smells so good. Now I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'm also going to put the ingredients list. I'm also going to put the website where I got the ingredient for the dough, in case anybody, wants it. But it's not my recipe again. I got it from Bobby Flays. Because to me that was I just, did my own thing to it. It's not quite yet golden brown. It's getting there. I have the temp set up to a medium-high heat. What are you doing, kitty? She is so stressed out. Don't be eating crap off the floor. She's not eating the food that comes off of this. She's eating other stuff. Like, yeah. That she's apparently finding appetizing. You know how animals are. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of grease to this. I don't want to add a whole lot, just like a few drops. If I don't use all of the marinara sauce, I can always use it, for spaghetti or something. I didn't even show you how much anise I used, did I? All I did was cut my hand like that, and just made a mound in the middle that was about that tall of anise. Hope that you got that on. I hope that's on camera. That'd suck if it's not. I'm trying to do everything on camera. I'm just trying to make sure that the sausage doesn't burn in one spot. The fun part is going to transfer it from this pan over to that bowl that's sitting over there. Cut that one in half, that piece in half. Whoops. That jumped. Not a small piece, but still. Like I said, I'm using my wok usually. Using a normal frying pan, I don't usually use anymore. I have to be more careful with how quickly I stir. What are you doing, kitty? Are you getting in my way? What are you doing? You trying to say hello? That's not what she's trying to try. What are you trying to tell me? I swear that doesn't look like me cooking, but okay. I still need to put that cheese away before. Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to. Okay, now it's starting to turn golden brown. Now, what? Before I forget anything, I'll be right back. What's your problem? Never leave food unintended. Don't follow my bad example. That's just bad. mushrooms on the bottom. Kosher veg. Oh, that really does smell good. There really does need to be somebody that can invent smell-o-vision. Just imagine how much money that person could make. Like, so here's another thing. I like my meat well done. So right now, technically, you can say that's fully cooked because it's mostly golden brown. But like I said, I like mine a little bit darker than that. Oh shoot! I forgot to plug it in. That's easy enough to fix. Yeah, that'd suck if all of a sudden the battery died. Uh-oh. There we go. Because it's a GCFI outlet, you kind of have to wiggle it. Where are you? There. Let's move that right there. There. Oops. Got a full view of my shirt. No, I'll leave the boat though a little bit more in a moment. And then I gotta proportion it. And I'm gonna need another knife. I'm gonna have to clean that area off. You know what? Since I'm thinking about it, well, no, I need that whole area over there. So when I'm rolling out the pizza, the shot's gonna stay over here because I do not have enough room over there to do that. And again, I'm not very uniform. I don't know how to make a circle. I know how to make a rectangle, so that's what I'm gonna do. So you all know that. Just trying to get all the sausage that hasn't been fully turned yet to a golden brown or darker down to the bottom. That's why I'm wiggling. So get all the smaller pieces up instead. That's not a very... Well, that'll work. Kind of. No, not that one. You do realize that you're driving me nuts, right? Don't worry, I'm paying attention to the food. Plus I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just getting everything over there set up for that I can actually, you know, cut the dough and then cut it. This is going to make a lot of pizza. Trying to make me feel guilty today. Is that what you're trying to do? But then I still need to let the sauce thicken up too. It's still not thick enough. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, that's a kitty. Is there anything in the sink? Just that. Okay, yep. Sausage is done. Not that one. Wait a minute. Yeah, that one. The other one's for sauce. Yep. I'm going to turn off the heat for a second. And this bowl, I'm not worried about what just dropped. Throw this part away. I gotta get a better grip. There we go. Whoop, don't do that. I'm done. I'm trying to be quick with this. I'm not too worried about the oil that just went on top of the burner because, hey, guess what? Burner's off. This is going to create a small little bitty fire. One that I don't need to worry about. The stuff on the bottom of the pan, on the other hand, that's a different story. I don't need that to come back up in my face. Now add just a little bit more oil. Not much. Again, just barely a small drop. And now I'm going to get some poultry seasoning. I'm going to turn it to 3.5. This way you just incorporate all the seasonings from all the other stuff that you've already added to the pan. The only thing that I got really rid of was the grease from the sausage. That stuff goes in the trash. Now, I'm not going to use any salt. I'm not going to use any pepper. Like I said, poultry seasoning. I don't need a whole lot. I used too much the other night. And I'm just going to mix it all together. There we go. Yeah, I really need to sharpen that knife. Okay, so I'm going to leave the chicken like that for right now. Now I'm going to turn this higher. The sauce I want to turn it up to 8 because I kind of want it to thicken up and I kind of want it to pop. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put the cheese in now, but, you know, or at least a little bit. Oh, that smells good. Seriously, smell-o-vision needs to be invented. If I knew what the heck I was doing, I would do it. I'm debating about whether or not I should add just a small piece of dark chocolate, because I got some pure cocoa. I'm just debating about whether or not I really should. Are you squeaking at me again? Why are you squeaking at me? Huh? Did I just use, well, yes, I did. I think. I need to let that cook for a little bit longer. Actually, I'm going to have to stir the chicken in a second or two. I can feel it getting thicker. I had it on low heat this whole time, like the lowest possible. So it really is thick. It's just not thick enough. I need to be able to drag it through and see peaks on both sides. Because, like I said, otherwise it's going to be too watery. I gotta start this quickly. That gotta turn it down to 4. I don't think you can see that, but it's popping. Ooh, it's popping. Ouch. That got on my finger. That wasn't nice. I'm going to turn it down to 3. I turned it down to 4. That's still too high. Alright. Let's stir the chicken. It kind of looks like brains. Like, that's one thing that you never want to tell a chef, right? Like, you know, you brought out the food and it looks like brains. That's just mean. I mean, what if the chef poured the whole heart, and even her heart and soul into the food that they're making, you know, and they bring it out and they hear that you say it looks like brains? That's not cool. I need to let the chicken cook for longer. It's still white. I just need to flip them. That's all. As for the spaghetti, can this reach all the way over there for that way you can see what I'm doing visually? Yeah, kind of. Not knocking over my water. Like I said, I like to get mine really, really thick, and it's still, that's too watery for what I'm doing. That's after I added the onions and the tomatoes, the garlic, and the anise. Might need a little bit more anise. And that adds the chicken. See, like I said, brains. I gotta get my setup correct again. Give me a second. I'm gonna test this. No, that's good the way that is. Oh, that is good. It's been a long time since I made sauce like that. Ooh, that is good. I know it looks like soup, but I'm using traditional. It doesn't really have a whole lot in it except for like a couple of spices. But I think that you can see that. Well, maybe not. Let's turn it right there. Should be able to see it now. It should be in the case of possibly not, right? Sleeve. Don't need to tap it that hard. Not this stuff. Now I'm just making sure that I got the room that I need. Because I'm going to need the dough just a little bit more. Oh, okay, now it's starting to turn golden brown. Now it's looking beautiful. Let's see. I'm trying to flip all the chicken. And you know, I can use a little bit of more oil. I'm going to put a little bit more oil in there to help it cook a little bit better. Again, not much. A little bit goes a long, long way. Now, when I post this to YouTube, I'll put all the conversion factors in. I'll be doing that, I'm going to say tomorrow, but I doubt that I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow just because, like I said earlier, for those of you that were here for the whole thing, I have people coming over maybe. I don't know when coming over, they're going to be coming over. There's a good possibility that's going to happen. Okay. Time. I don't need that many paper towels now. Maybe I do. I do. There's a lot of grease at the bottom of the bowl. Bowl. Jeez, what's a pole? There. Now I'm just get two more, wipe up the bowl. Get rid of all that crap. Let's put them on. the sausage off the paper towels as I can. Whoops. I may need a little bit more seasoning on my chicken. Well, no. That'll be fine. A couple of days ago I added too much poultry seasoning to the chicken. I don't know what it is about this pan, but I swear this one doesn't have evenly distributed heat. That was a tongue twister for me. Jeez. It's whistling at me. I don't even think it's on the burner correctly. Oh, no wonder. Okay. It wasn't. Oops. My bulb. Although chicken is done, I can say that it is. There's still too many. I mean, it's not completely white. Like it's lightly brown. And I mean light. Like I said, it takes me a whole day for me to make this pizza. It's not a simple, you know, like a couple of hours and voila, you know, I have it. I'm gonna have to turn up to high. I need this stuff to be like extremely hot. I need it to be thick, and I need it to be thick fast. I thought leaving it at 4 would be okay. Apparently not. When I say that I need it thick, I mean I need it thick. It takes a couple of hours. At minimum. Hot. I'm gonna have to clean the kitchen. Stove again. And not just, ow. Fine, be that way. I'm gonna make this pizza really cheesy though. I'm just afraid of using that extra sharp cheddar. Yeah. I know it's too high. The sauce is going all over the place. It's just spattering. I miss my other wok that I had. If it didn't, it got rusted at the bottom. Hot. That. Ooh, it's almost there. Finally. This is gonna take a little bit longer. Okay. I gotta keep my eye on this though. I don't need it to boil over. I want to put a little bit of Parmesan. I wish that I had real Parmesan. Do I still have any Parmesan? I don't have any Parmesan. Know how much that sucks is that I don't have Parmesan? That sucks. Now, who knows how much pizza I'm going to be able to make today? Probably a lot. Whoa, hey, that. If I wasn't wearing my glasses, I'd be hitting my freaking eyeball already. Still a little too runny. Oh, there we go. Chicken's coming along very, very, very well. Okay. Nope. Turn off. Move that off. While this is doing that, I don't put the sausage in ever separately. Like ever. The chicken, yes. But the sausage, no. But that's me. And besides, this stuff is it's crumbled. While it was cooling off, it did just like broke off into little teeny tiny pieces. It's not burnt. It's like you got that dark and brown edges whenever you're, cooking on something like I don't know, like a parfait or something like that. And it just adds to the flavor. You know what? I think. No, that's still a little too wet for my taste. It's not thick enough, in other words. Still too watery. I'm going to try that again. Oh, man. That's good. Okay. Oh. That is really, really, really good. The garlic and the anise with the onion and the tomato, yeah, that made a difference. A big one. Like I said, if you want it stronger, well, how much stronger do I want it? One of these I already opened, didn't I? I don't even need that big of a piece. Come on. Ow. Half of that. A piece of super, super dark cocoa. That's it. And it's just going to add to the flavor. You don't need a whole lot unless you really want to add a lot. But in my case, I don't need to. But the darker the chocolate, the better. Because it accentuates the, is that the right word? It accentuates the flavor of the tomatoes. And I'm just going to fold it. There we go. Still not thick enough, but I'd probably need like another hour, hour and a half for it to thicken the way that I want it. And the problem is that I'm hungry. I think I threw away my spoon, didn't I? Yeah, I threw away the spoon. Oh, I had a piece of tomato. Oh. Okay. That little piece of dark chocolate, yeah. I recommend it. You don't have to, but I recommend it. But again, make sure that it's higher than 70%. The darker, the better. I remember when I was in my early 20s, if I ever got a cold, reach in the fridge, grab out pure cocoa. And I just stick it in my mouth and suck on it. Oh, I burned my mouth. Yep, that was a mistake. Next time I'll need to blow on it. Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay. I'm going to say that's done enough. Now, I'm going to leave this stuff here while I go and prep for it to be put into the oven. I'm going to leave it on the burner, actually. Burner's off. I'm just leaving it on the hot. Put that there. Grab these. Let me wash that. Okay, grab another knife, and then I'm going to cut the dough into 4 pieces. I don't know, I'm off camera. Don't worry about it. I'm alive, I think. I just needed it a little bit more. I didn't really need it though. And where is that paper? You know what? There we go. It's been a couple of years since I've actually done any pizza making. Get off my hand. Get it down. I should be using a ladle, but I don't have one. I need more sauce. No, I could make a calzone. The next batch. There we go. Yeah, I have no crust. I'm gonna do this one this way. Just place the chicken all randomly. And a couple more pieces. There. Now, for the cheese. That's been sitting out there for a while. That's okay. Let me just get that. Like I said, if I need to, I'll get the other block out. I got two more. But I don't think I'm gonna need it. go. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I should have preheated the oven and I didn't. Come on. Is there anything in there? Let me see. Where do I want this from? I'll leave it right where it's at. Are you freaking serious? I broke the oven. I'm going to start at 420 because that way when I open the door, when the temperature drops, I'll just drop back down to 4. Now just wait for that to happen. And now I'm going to go start on the other one. For that way, when this one's done, I can just automatically pop that one in. Or, nah, I'll wait. All in all, what? Almost 3 hours? Ah, screw you. I don't care that I don't know how to cook. I don't. This is the way I do it. Whatever. Leave me alone. Almost forgot to add this cheese. There we go.